Back in Queen Street, we're looking south between Wharf and Creek Streets. Some truly dramatic changes have occurred in the city's main street, and it seems almost incredible today that trams were once an important part of it. A large proportion of the buildings seen over the next few minutes have been demolished to make way for more modern structures. Following a few scenes at the Creek Street intersection, almost all the buildings seen in the pan shot taken from the GPO have been replaced. The next intersection was at Edward Street. This busy crowd scene was filmed prior to March 1960, when this part of Edward Street was converted to one-way traffic. The trolley bus is crossing Queen Street, heading for Gregory Terrace. Curbside parking was permitted in those days as the trams climbed towards Albert Street. Four theatres were located in this city block behind these drop centre cars, and the same location was used to film these night scenes. The intersection at Albert Street was another busy place, shown by the next few scenes made from several locations around the intersection. The safety zones provided a narrow refuge for waiting tram passengers at all the stops in Queen Street. These scenes of afternoon peak traffic were made from the first floor window of a fashion store. The highest point of Queen Street was reached at the intersection with George Street, with the Treasury building forming a notable landmark on the southeast corner. A few intrepid photographers found the fourth floor window of the former Bank of New South Wales building to be a good vantage point for some unusual shots. The last short block towards William Street and North Quay was traversed before the trams crossed the river on the Victoria Bridge. The steps of the Treasury building provided a good location to view the passing parade. The busy intersection at the northern end of the Victoria Bridge presented the policemen on point duty with the unenviable job of keeping traffic and pedestrians under control. These afternoon peak scenes commence with the tram entering the William Street sidings and conclude with trams to Belmont and Mount Gravatt departing on their journeys from there. Victoria Bridge was the only cross-river bridge to carry trams to the southern suburbs of Brisbane. This particular bridge was built in 1897 and was used until a short time after the tramway system closed. Some huge changes have occurred in South Brisbane at the southern end of the bridge, where another tramway junction permitted access to Melbourne Street or Stanley Street. Except for West End and Dutton Park services, all other services turned left into Stanley Street, which was one-way traffic as far as Vulture Street. Stop numbering commenced again opposite Manhattan Walk, through which a glimpse of trams could be seen on the parallel Grey Street. The conductors of South Brisbane Station trams set the points for the single-track right-hand turn into Russell Street. The trams ran one block to turn right again into the single-track in Grey Street. A large loop siding in front of the South Brisbane Station was used by waiting trams. In those days, the Southside passenger rail system terminated at South Brisbane, providing good tram patronage for those people continuing into the city proper. Another conductor braved the traffic to give his tram access into the loop, and during the morning peak he would have to work quickly to collect as many fares as possible on the short run to the city. Inbound trams turned right into Melbourne Street, where, back on double track, they followed an S-bend at Stanley Street to reach the Victoria Bridge.